Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and happy 2022. I can't believe it's 2022. Like, where has the past 2 years been? And I know I say this all the time, but it's just so crazy to me that it's a new year. We've launched Scent for, over 4 months now, and we had our first Christmas, our first Black Friday, and it was such a success. So thank you guys so much for your support. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Michelle, the co-founder of Scent. We're a hand-poured candle brand in Sydney. We're very eco-conscious and we make sure that we are serving our earth and not harming it. So as you can see in the title, I'll be chatting to you guys about our top tips on how we started this candle brand, what we would do differently if we were to start it today and in 2022, and what we've learned in the process to make our lives easier now versus what happened when we first started. So it's just gonna be a few tips for you guys and for everyone who wants to start their own candle business or even their own small business. I hope this video inspires you to do so. It's literally our time, our year, so let's pursue our dreams and let's head into our top tips. So tip number one, test, test, and test. It's hard to start a business, a small business, especially with zero or no budget. So what I would recommend is to just test every method that you can, whether it's, just heating up a pot of wax at home on your kitchen stove, which is how we started. Getting a wax melter was definitely a level up, but when we first started, we bought a test kit from our local candle wax maker supplier and manufacturer. We just tested in our own homes, making candles for ourselves. And for us, we blend our own oils, so testing is a must. So that's number one tip, and I'll leave links below on what we use to first test our candles. Tip number two, get a picture. I can't say this enough. We have a lot of pictures, one for every scent that we create. For our custom candles, we have Pyrex glasses, which help us a lot, but picture is definitely a must because in the Pyrex, we can only make like 1 to 2 candles. Picture, we can pour up to 6. So picture is definitely something that you need from the beginning if you want to make more than just a couple of candles. Tip number 3, start a website. Make sure that all your socials and your website have the same name. Even if you're small, doing this as a hobby, or you just want to sell your items and want people to know your brand, start a website. Even if it's not a fancy website, you can use, platforms that are really easy to use like Squarespace, Wix, all of those. Just start a website because it can drive anyone and everyone to that site and to know your brand. Tip number 4, and you hear it everywhere, it's film anything and everything that you do and post it on TikTok and Instagram. That's the only way right now without paying. It's free for you to use. Post TikToks, post Instagrams, and you just never know what people and what customers like to see. And that's how we get viral content. It's just keep posting and hope it reaches a broader audience. Tip number 5, which is something that I'm really grateful that we did before we launched, it's post teasers before your launch day. Make people feel like they'll miss out if they don't purchase on launch day. Whether you do a pre-order or if you just straight launch on the day, just post teasers, post countdowns, and make sure you build an audience before you actually launch your products. Tip number 6 is start a mailing list. Whether your brand is going to be small or it's going to be really big, a mailing list, anyone who signs up either gets a free offer, a discount, VIP, like notifications, knowing when your launches come up. Just start a mailing list because it will build on its own and you'll gain a community and a following. So it's just good to be able to connect with these VIP customers through a mailing list and just spread the word of your brand, spread any sales, spread any events. It's just good to have. Start it from the very beginning and it will just build along as you go. Tip number 7, and this is for candle making, which really helped us, and we didn't get this at the very beginning, which, you know, Joe and I wish we did, which is cookie trays, or any tray that would be easy for you to move candles whilst it's curing. We normally pour candles on a table and then we move it onto the cookie tray to put onto shelves. What's good about cookie trays is that they're stackable, so you can put them on top of each other and it'll be just easy storage. Utilize the height of the shelves if you don't have many tables or many surfaces to leave them to cure. Tip number 8, get a thermometer. When we first started and we bought our candle kit, it came with a thermometer that you can put in the pitcher or put into your jug, and it'll read the temperature as it rises, and I'll show a picture up here. And then after that we got a electric kind of electronic laser one that you like do your forehead, that type of thermometer, which was great, but every time we wanted to check the temperature we had to scan, or we had to check each jug. So what we found that worked best for us, and which we wished we got at the beginning, are stick thermometers, the ones that, you know, chefs use for baking, the one that you can stick through like a cake or like, you know, your meats when it's cooking. I'll leave pictures up here and I'll leave links down below, but these really helped us. We leave them in the jug itself and they're digital, so you can read it, you know, all the time. And they weren't that expensive. I would say the other thermometers were more expensive, but with this you do have to buy a lot of them. We have about like 6 just to like spread it across our jugs, but it's really helped us. Tip number 9, Avery Labels. They have just been our lifesaver. Initially we wanted to cut costs, so we bought sticker sheets from Officeworks and from eBay. We printed each of these sheets and then we hand cut the labels themselves, and with that, yes, we did cut costs, but we saw that there were a lot of inconsistencies in terms of cutting. Even if we used a guillotine, it was quite hard to make sure that we cut on the line and that each labels were the same. So we found Avery Labels, which are labels that are already pre-cut for you. They have a online software that you can use and you can upload your labels onto that directly and then print it onto these sticker sheets and then just use the stickers as you go. You can print full-size sheets or even just printing one label, so it makes it easy for us when we do custom labels, when someone personalizes their name on it, to just print one label instead of printing the whole sheet, and that's been a game changer. It helped us print our sample labels, which are circular. I wasn't looking forward to having to compass cut each of these sample labels, so I'm so glad we found Avery Labels. And our last and final tip, number 10, this is just what I wished everyone knew, or every small business knew right from the beginning, is that you don't have to spend, you know, hundreds of dollars or have a lot of budget to brand your packaging. For us, we went down the route that, you know, we wanted to personalize our packaging. We want to make sure that everyone receives their package and feels special when they get it, and also that our brand is shown in this packaging without having to pay the money. We bought 2 different types of stamps, our scent logo stamp and our slogan stamp. So we stamp our own boxes, we stamp our own tissue paper, we stamp our own dust bags. I've looked into having tissue paper printed with our logo on it to save us time, but it's about, like, I would say 3 to 4 times the cost of what we're paying right now. I do know that, you know, we do spend a lot of time stamping each of these items, and it does take a lot of effort, but for now, as a small business, it really helps us saving these types of costs because we're still able to hand stamp these products. So that comes to the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope these tips really help you guys, whether you want to start a small business or you want to elevate your business in any way, especially if you're in the candle industry. I hope this was helpful and you got a lot out of these tips. If you have any tips for me, please leave it down below because I'd love to learn. If you would like to see any more of these videos, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell to get notified when I post new videos. But thank you guys so much. Our next few videos will be very exciting because we're moving this week and we'll be uploading our moving vlogs, so stay tuned. If you watched this far, please give this video a big thumbs up and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!